Hi, Jane Rands. Sorry, my name is Jane Rands. um, well, one of the things that's it's wonderful that all these religious organizations and nonprofit agencies have come up here to speak about how they would like to see redevelopment funds used to benefit people that are essentially needy or in need of better neighborhoods, markets, things like that. But what is lacking in tonight's discussion is the lack of findings of blight based on the reports from the consultant. And there hasn't, I know that discussions occurred at the other meetings where there wasn't these other topics being brought up, but ultimately could potentially be a legal challenge. So we need to look at that, regardless of the good uses that the money could be used for. But I would also like to point out that if that is not possible to find legally acceptable findings of blight, there are other options to remedy some of these problems. Great example is Parking Gardens wasn't remedied through redevelopment. It was remedied through our city government doing their job, which is terrific. Likewise, it sounds like maybe some of our graffiti cleanup could be done a little more nicely so that the paint matches, or so it does look nice when it's done after they've made all that effort. I'm not sure about if garbage and cockroaches and potholes count as blight, because it's kind of everywhere in the city, even in our current redevelopment areas that have been in redevelopment for 30 years. So that may not be remedied. And I think affordable housing is one of the best reasons to do to have a redevelopment zone, so you can get the 20% set aside. However, our RENA numbers in the lower area, we've met our RENA numbers in the above moderate ranges, but we haven't been using it wisely in the low and very low income areas. Dr. Jones has pointed out where we squandered some money in acquiring some apartment properties that actually housed more people than are being housed now at more costly properties. And so kind of along that line, people that are asking for some help in their neighborhood, I do want to caution them that they may not like the solutions they get from redevelopment, such as what's happened in the Valencia neighborhood, where they've actually taken out apartment housing that might be similar to the apartment housing they're living in now, and displaced those people and provided single-family homes for sale at above median prices. So I would like to suggest that maybe before we do this expansion that we try to use our affordable housing set-aside money more wisely and try to ramp up some of our community preservation actions and see what we can do with what we have right now before we put ourselves into bonded indebtedness, which is required for a redevelopment zone. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment.